Hi, welcome to Books and Bocadillos. My name is Mariandrea, and today I am um, really excited to record the kindness tag. So, last week I was tagged for the first time ever in a tag, and that made my day. So thank you, Melinda from my Web of Stories, for thinking of me and tagging me. And I was so excited to be tagged and to be able to participate in this tag. So it's the kindness tag that was created by Caitlin at Bandy's Books. And I am really excited to do it because I think it's such a sweet tag. So um, I'll get started. There are 8 questions, and then at the end, some tagging. So, prompt number 1 is, how do you practice kindness in your day to day life? Um, I I live life slowly. So, in my day to day, I kind of go, usually I try most of the time to go about my day at a very slow pace. So I like to take my time when I'm engaging with people, especially. So I live life pretty slowly. When I'm around others, I try to pay attention, be present, show some care, and show concern. So I do. I tend to kind of live slowly, drive slowly, read slowly. And I think that sometimes creates tension because we live in such a fast paced world. So for me, I feel like lately there's been this tension of like, I want to be slow and intentional and take my time with things. And as the holidays approach, and I think there are times in the year where things kind of just get more rushed. That's one thing I love about summer is that things kind of slow down in the summer a bit. So yeah, I feel like um, I try to live slowly and engage with people and be present. I say please and thank you, so common courtesy. I smile as much as I can. I walk my neighborhood and I wave at all the cars as they drive into the neighborhood. I'm like the unofficial neighborhood greeter, I guess. But I greet people and I try to be warm when I'm around others. I try not to give any cold shoulders or blank stares, or I get those a lot actually day to day. But I feel people build up walls, and sometimes a hello or a recognition, acknowledgement, simple acknowledgement that I see them. I mean, sometimes it's like all that we can do, right, is just to reflect to one another that we see each other and acknowledge that the other person exists and is seen and is valued and appreciated. And so I try as best as I can. I try to be very thoughtful in my interactions. I try to pay attention. So that's how I practice kindness. What is the kindest thing that's happened to you on BookTube? So the first really kind thing that happened that I didn't realize had happened until just recently, because I am still getting used to YouTube. I just recently, like a few months ago, like in the last 3 months, 3 to 4 months, not even four, like the last 3 months, I learned like where to find like comments and mentions. I didn't know. So I had been mentioned in a video very kindly by Michelle at Michelle's Melancholia. And she mentioned me in a video, and I thought that was so kind. It was like right when I first posted my first video. I had posted in MJ at Reading This Live, in her Discord. I posted that I had posted my first video ever to BookTube, because MJ is such a supporter of small BookTube and content creators and starting a YouTube channel. So I posted in that Discord thread, and Michelle followed me instantly, and she mentioned me, and I just want to say thank you because I didn't realize that she had. And so I wish I had, and I'm really grateful. And thank you, Michelle. Melinda at a Web of Stories, she always comments on my videos. She watches my videos. She comments on them. She's someone that is very friendly with me in terms of, um, just being willing to engage in like buddy reading or like group reads. Right now, we're reading Lillian Bach's Fish Takes a Walk together. And she tagged me. She's the first person to tag me. So I'm so grateful. She'll forever be like that first person that tagged me in BookTube. So that was so kind. Gina Stanyard, she's like the kindest person. Um, I wish I could meet her in real life. She just seems like such a kind-hearted person. Um, she posted a video a few months back and was really encouraging. And I was struggling because I had posted my first ever BookTube video in February. I'm not very tech savvy, and I'd been having trouble with editing. And I want to make really cool videos, but I don't have the skills to make the really cool videos that I want to make. So I was feeling really discouraged. And months went by and I didn't post anything to BookTube. And I was like at the point where I was thinking, I really want to do this, but I don't have the skills and maybe I should just quit. And then I saw that video that Gina posted where she was really encouraging. So she actually was encouraging to like people to reach out on Voxer if they had any questions or needed support. So I messaged her on Voxer and I let her know like that I was struggling a bit with editing and I wasn't sure like what I was doing or just like what was going on, what was going on up here. And she was so kind and encouraging and really, I wouldn't be recording this right now if it hadn't been for her. So thank you, Gina. And Book Time with Elvis, I tagged them in a video that I recently made that I made inspired by one of their videos. And they followed me. They like followed my channel. I was not expecting that. They shared my video. I think I noticed that I've had more subscribers after they shared my video, and I'm so grateful. And so thank you. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for being here with me. Yeah, so that was super kind. It was unexpected, so thank you. Who, in your opinion, is one of the kindest booktubers out there? I've already said Gina Stanyard. I think she's one of the kindest booktubers out there. Jen Campbell. I watch her videos. I love her. I think she's an amazing person, content creator, writer. I really appreciate her videos and her vulnerability and her authenticity. I think she's lovely. And MJ at Reading This Live, I think MJ is really, really kind and creative. I think she uses her creativity and her kindness in such a beautiful way. And I appreciate that about her. So, yeah, MJ's been very, very kind. What is a book that's reminded you to be more kind? So, the first three books that popped into my head were This Is Where You Belong by Melody Warnick. I read this book a few years back. It was actually I think it was the first book club pick for my in real life book club that I have with some friends. I loved it. I loved it. It's just an amazing book about loving where you live, like finding your way where you live, like finding your place, feeling like you belong. And one of the things that I've always done, but it felt very validated, and I do it more courageously since I read the book, is I always say hi to strangers. Like I always say hi to people I don't know. And I would always like wave at cars as they drove by in the neighborhood and, just try to be a friendly neighbor. And people would always tell me like they would always make comments like, "You're so weird. Why are you doing this?" But I, I love it. And in that book, there was some validation for me. Like it was like when you're out, like say hi to your neighbors, talk to people, like say hello. And so I felt very validated because as a child, when I was, when I'd be in Mexico with my family, I had a great aunt and she would walk, like take me out on walks, and we'd walk like to the market or like just go for a walk, a stroll. And everywhere we'd go, like she would be like, hi, hello, good day. And I would be like, you know everybody. And she would be like, no, I don't know them. Like, I'd be like, are all these people your friends? And she'd be like, no, I don't know them. I'm just being kind. Like, I'm just saying hello. That's what we do. You be a good neighbor. And so I was a little child, and like just being around that love for others and that like joy of like saying hello. Like, I always just kind of thought that was so lovely of my great aunt. Her name was Lala, and I miss her. And she's changed my life. She taught me to say hello to people and acknowledge people. I am not going to cry. The next book that I thought of was The Book of Delights by Ross Gay. I thought that was a beautiful book. And I have his book, Inciting Joy, my book bag right here. And I'm really excited to read it. I hope that it has that same kind feel to it. I'm sure it does. So this is on my to read list. And The Art of Gathering by Priya Parker. I think that that is a great book. I love hosting. I love having people over at my house, and I love that book. That's a book that I feel like I could reread every year, and I haven't read it in a couple of years, but I'm really interested in getting back to it. I think she has a new book out that I had pre-ordered and I want to get to soon. Number 5 is, can you think of a fiction book of any genre that focuses on the themes of kindness? A Song for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers from the Monk and Robot series. There's also the second one, a Song for the Wild Built, and I can't think of the second one, but I've read them both. I'm going to think about it when I finish recording. But Becky Chambers' Monk and Robot series, that book feels like a hug. It is so kind. So, so kind. Mosscap, the robot. Oh my God, I love Mosscap. Mosscap is my favorite. Okay. How do you think you could make YouTube a kinder place individually or as a community? I think mentioning people by name sometimes. I feel like I could do that. I could do better at that. Sometimes I remember a channel name, but not the name of the person behind the channel. And I know it feels nice when people mention you by name. So I would like to be better at that, and I think that's a good way to be kind is to like mention people's names, acknowledge people. As a community, I think I think most people on BookTube are kind, and I think that there's just this courtesy, common courtesy that people have where people are just welcoming and encouraging. I find most people on BookTube to be seem very authentic. I think that there's a joy of reading and love of books that we all share, and I think just having that in common just automatically makes you feel like book people are your people, and so you love to read and I love to read and we're all nerds together. I think that that's a good place to start. There's a sense of belonging. So I think as a community, just continuing to be here for the joy and the love of reading and books. Say some kind words about one of your favorite YouTube channels. Well, in addition to the ones I've already mentioned, I want to mention Evita Lecturitas. I love her channel. She's in Spanish booktube. She's from Spain. I love her channel. I think she's very kind and warm and friendly and authentic, and I just love her channel so much. She's the one that created Cozy Ween, which I love. I love that I get to participate in that. So this year it was fun. Share a new small booktube channel. I had to do some research here because I haven't haven't been like spending too much time searching newbie tags in a while. So I found Tiffany. I'll link her channel below. I did subscribe to it, and I think she seems like she and I have some reading in common. So that's a new channel that I found. And then finally, tag some people. Well, I want to tag from Spanish BookTube. I want to tag Gabby at Soliloquios Literarios. And from English BookTube, I want to tag Ellie. I'm not sure if Ellie from My Cozy Chronicles, if she's done this, but she seems like a very kind person as well. And I think maybe she would like to do this tag. So I'd be curious to see her do it. So those are the two people that I thought of to tag. And I hope to be back soon with another video. I want to let you know what I'm reading, and I'm really excited to be participating in a bookish event, a reading event that starts today. So hopefully later on I'll get to post something about that. Thank you so much for watching. Hasta la próxima.